Good morning, students. Now we are discussing 16th group elements. In previous video we discussed about sulfur dioxide properties preparations and oxygen properties preparation, ozone preparation properties. Now next topic is in this chapter oxo acids of sulfur. That means sulfur oxy acids. In all those acids, sulfur is the central atom. That is why they are called oxo acids of sulfur. In our syllabus, few acids are there. We have to discuss their structures only. No need to discuss about their preparations and properties. We just discuss about their structures. Among the first acid is H2SO3. This name is called sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid. While writing the structure, first we have to write central atom, that is sulfur. After writing central atom, we have to put double bond O around the central atom. Double bond O. That is the first condition. Second condition, possible OHs. Here H2SO3. We have written already S. First condition is we have to put double bond O around the central atom. That means one oxygen is completed. Still how many remaining? 2 hydrogen atoms and 2 oxygen atoms. What is the next step? Possibility OHs. We have to write possibility OHs. So here 2 hydrogens and 2 oxygens are present. Then we get 2 OH, 2 possible OH. So that one we have to write left side, one we have to write right side. So this is the structure of this acid. When we are writing OH right side, we can write like this OH. But when we are writing left side OH, we should not write like this OH. We should write like that, because when we write HO, that means like this. It indicates that oxygen forms bond with the sulfur. But when we write OH, suppose here H is there, that will be wrong, because that indicates that hydrogen is bonding with sulfur. Already hydrogen is bonded with oxygen. Hydrogen every time forms how many bonds? One bond. So that we should not write left side OH, we should write HO. Nothing but this is also OH, but while writing HO. So that is the way to write the structure. First condition is we have to write central atom. Second condition, around the central atom we have to put double bond O. Third condition, possibility OHs. So that is the way to draw the structure. Next acid, second acid is H2SO4. We know that about it very well. That is sulfuric acid. This is also called hydrogen sulfate. In this one also sulfur is the central atom. First we have to put sulfur. After that we have to put double bond O, one double bond O only, one double bond O, not 2 double bond, but double bond O. After that what we have to think, how many remaining? After completing one sulfur and one oxygen, 3 oxygens here and 2 hydrogens here, 3 oxygens, 2 hydrogens, then how many OH we get? 2. So one we have to write left side, one we have to write right side. So here also small mistake is there. H should not be like this, H should be left side. Next H2S2O7, sorry, so then 2 OH completed, one more oxygen is left, so that also should be bonded with double bond with sulfur, because the only one oxygen is left. That is why we have to write double bond O. That is about the structure of H2SO4. Next one, H2S2O7. Its name is called pyrosulfuric acid, ORR oleum. Pyrosulfuric acid, ORR oleum. Here 2 central atoms are there. First we have to write those 2 central atoms. Next, how many atoms remaining? 2 hydrogens and 7 oxygens. 2 hydrogens and 7 oxygens. Then how many possible OHs we get? 2 possible OH. So one attached with one sulfur and one attached with another sulfur. Then how many atoms remaining here? After completing 2 hydrogens and 2 oxygens, 5 oxygens remaining here. So no, sorry, not 5, 3 oxygens remaining here. So one we have to put below this sulfur atom, one we have to put below this sulfur atom, and one more remaining we have to put the remaining oxygen atom between 2 sulfur atoms. So that is the structure of H2S2 boson here. In this case 2 sulfur atoms are there. First we have to write those 2 sulfur atoms. Here what we have to do of second step, possibility double bond O. So around 2 sulfur atoms, each sulfur atom get one double bond O, one double bond O. After completing 2 sulfurs and 2 oxygens, how many atoms remaining? 2 hydrogens and 5 oxygens. 2 hydrogens, 5 oxygens. Then how many OHs we get? 2 OHs. So among them one should be attached with one sulfur and another one should be attached with another sulfur atom. Then how many atoms remaining in this one? 3 oxygen atoms. So one among those 3, one should be attached with one sulfur atom, one should be attached with another sulfur atom, and one should be present between these 2 sulfur atoms. So that is the way to draw the structure of H2S2 boson. And last one, that is H2S2O8. Its name is peroxy disulfuric acid. This is also called, this is wrong. This is also called Marshall acid. Peroxy disulfuric acid, that is also called Marshall acid. Here central atoms are 2, like pyrosulfuric acid. So first we have to write those 2 central atoms. Next one, how many what is the next step? We have to write double bond O. How many oxygens here? 8. So first we have to write one oxygen around each sulfur. Here 1 oxygen, here 1 oxygen. Next, how many atoms remaining? 2 hydrogens and 6 oxygens. So how many possible OHs we get? 2. Among 2, one should be attached with one sulfur and another one should be attached with this sulfur. Then how many atoms remaining? How many oxygens remaining? 4 oxygens remaining. Among 4, one should be attached with one sulfur and one should be attached with this sulfur. In this its name is what? Peroxy. Peroxy means single bond between 2 oxygens. So that should be present between these 2 atoms. Peroxy means single bond present between 2 oxygen atoms. So that part should be presented between these 2 sulfur atoms. So finally this will be the structure of what? H2S2O8. This is about structures of oxo acids of sulfur. You have to learn these structures. These are very important for 1 mark. And the next topic and the last topic in this chapter is sulfuric acid. In our syllabus in this year, the preparation methods are not there in this syllabus regarding sulfuric acid. In this year we have to discuss about their properties only. The properties of sulfuric acid is the properties are, first H2SO4 acts as dehydrating agent. That means it removes water from other compound when it reacts with that substance. The wet gases can be dried by passing them through H2SO4 solution. That means when any wet gases pass it through H2SO4 solution, those gases can be dried. Next one, H2SO4 removes water when it reacts with the organic compound. That is why it is called a dehydrating agent. Here there are some properties, chemical properties. For example, take this one, C6H12O6. This is the formula for glucose. When this compound reacts with concentrated H2SO4, then it removes water from this compound. Then this reaction will be formed. That means carbon plus 6H2O. So while balancing here we have to put to 6. That means what happened when this compound reacts with this one, this concentrated HCl4 removes water from this compound, only carbon will be left. This reaction is also called charring, Charring. Charring. So after completing this reaction we get ash only, that is called carbon ash. So this is called charring reaction. Next, one more property, when sulfur reacts with H2SO4 then it gives sulfur dioxide and water. Next, when carbon reacts with 2 moles of copper. When copper reacts with 2 moles H2SO4 then we get copper sulfate and SO2 and H2O. Next, when carbon reacts with H2SO4 then we get a CO2, 2SO2 and 2H2O. So these are the what chemical properties of sulfuric acid. Now uses of sulfuric acid. It is used as laboratory reagent. That means by using this reagent we can prepare so many reagents. That is why it is called king of chemicals. King of chemical is what? H2SO4, because by using that chemical we can make so many chemicals in the laboratory. That is why it is called king of chemicals. Next one, it is used in lead storage batteries. We discussed already this part in electrochemistry chapter. Next, it is used in detergent industries. So these are there are so many uses are there in textbook also. So no need to learn all those uses. We will not face uses in any exam. So we have to know all these points. But for examination purpose no need to learn these uses here. In this chapter you have to learn oxygen preparation properties, ozone preparation properties, SO2 preparation properties and H2SO4 properties. Next, hydrates and oxides orders, boiling point order, melting points order, those are very important. So this is all about 16th group elements. In next video we will discuss about 17th group elements.